Hey, you're watching Fat Man DD1, you dingus. Whatever he said.
Yo, this is your boy Fat Man. Okay, so right now we're talking about a VTuber who's going under a lot of fire because of Twitch bullshit. Well, not even just Twitch. It's Harry Potter shit. Now listen, I like Hogwarts Legacy. Shit, I started playing Hogwarts Legacy. I posted some of that on my Twitter recently, a couple days ago, like 4 or 5 days ago actually. And at this point, I like the game. It's fun. I'm playing it with somebody and we're both enjoying the shit out of it. At this moment in my life, I feel like if you're bullying people over the fact that you don't like J.K. Rowling, you're the problem and not her necessarily, because J.K. Rowling ain't attacking nobody. Yeah, she may not agree with certain way of thinking. She may not agree with this, but that's a personal choice. And honestly, if you want to argue with J.K. Rowling, argue with her. But the bitch has already made billions of dollars. But when you start attacking VTubers like this girl right here, you start to look crazy. So let's check out the clip from Hero. Hey, you want to watch the full video down below? Check it out. I have this clip and another clip, and then we're gonna watch Clownfish. We have a lot to go through, so let's go.
Silver hopped on stream earlier to address the drama surrounding Hogwarts Legacy, and here on Twitter. I've edited that down to a shorter video you can watch here.
I'd like to at least speak to anyone in my community that is.
Oh, and if you're asking what's this clip about, basically her chat, somebody was blocking or stopping the word trans because it goes after, once someone puts, oh, you're against trans this, trans that, you're a bad person, you're transphobic, I guess somebody, one of her moderators, might have started blocking it. And personally, it was getting annoying to the point where these people weren't saying nice shit to her. They were attacking her for being a trans-hating person. Honestly, when someone uses the word like phobic now, it just basically means you discriminate or you strongly dislike somebody. So transphobic, the description will be right here. That's what that means. That's what transphobia means, or transphobic, or in general, right? It's kind of like misogynist or feminist. Like, these things and these words have changed, and I've been learning them recently, kind of, but they just sound fucking stupid. So they just been kind of bullying her and attacking her, and then somebody or one of her mods or someone was stopping the word trans, because after trans, it would have been a bunch of hate spewed shit, attacking her for just playing a game. Like, what the fuck?
LGBT that noticed all the hateful comments and slander going around, and just explain that what you're hearing from people isn't true. And I don't know why people just mindlessly accept the things that they see on a tweet and just take it for fact. No one bothered to fact check any of this, which is surprising, but also not surprising at the same time.
It's the internet, honey. No one fact checks shit. They don't even open a book sometimes.
It's usually better to take your time to process things and let the toxic people get bored and move on and formulate what you want to say in the proper way, because anything can be misconstrued. But here I am talking before I am mentally ready to do so, because I've been backed into a corner. So here I am explaining the facts.
Silver's archive also adding that they will not be uploading the full stream to the channel, and that the video is also not public, as it's again mostly Twitch and Twitter drama, nor is the video monetized. Reception for the most part is very positive. This comment with a bunch of hearts. Another comment saying, oh my gosh, I just saw Silvervale trending, but I was not expecting this at all. Just because she's playing a game, these people need to get a reality check. This one, however, is more of a negative comment.
I've seen multiple controversies with VSojo, and every time Silvervale always pulls the I just want to have fun and play video games card. Bitch, what you mean card? She probably just does, but controversy comes with you just want to have fun and make money, but it comes with a whole bunch of other shit. She just can't do that. Just because you're a VTuber entertaining children doesn't mean you shouldn't still act like an adult. Why don't you act like an adult? Take off that avatar, put your real name out there, your real face out there, and stop being a pussy, right? But you're going to attack somebody who just, they want to have fun because they want to play a game that's Harry Potter-like. I like Harry Potter. I grew up with Harry Potter. I'm at a certain age where I've seen every single Harry Potter property now and seen all the games and all the stuff now. Do you know what it is like to go back to your childhood, try to find the GameCube games of Harry Potter and find out that shit is $75 like it was brand fucking new? Expensive. To be back in the day, a real kid is a luxury I do not afford. To be an adult is even worse because you still don't have the money, but then you still can't afford the luxury. Being an adult doesn't mean, oh, I just got to put on my big boy pants. It means you have to look at things from an objective point of view, understand them, and try your best to work around that shit. She probably just wants to have fun and say, fuck it. All right, that drama's not my business. I'm part of a company. I'm working with these guys, but all this other shit, they just kind of stifling me. You want to be an adult and attack somebody just for like, well, put your big boy pants on. Fuck you. She has. And she's automatically coming out and saying, well, this and this didn't really happen, so I'm here to just say it was wrong. She's being an adult, which means confronting shit, getting out there in front of things and tackling it head on. That's what most fucking adults do after they think and overthink it. The fuck is your problem?
Man, I don't really understand what they're getting at, though. They're claiming that Silvervale's audience is all children or something, which
For real.
is obviously not true and just a weird thing to say. By far, it seems like most people are supporting Silvervale in this matter. However, another top tweet saying, shame on you people targeting harassment on others, virtue signaling and causing streamers to pause or cancel their streams. I don't understand how some
Over a game.
people can support this stuff that people are doing. Silvervale doesn't deserve this. And finally, in closing, there is one last little chapter involved with this here.
Okay, this isn't nothing. Noble likes this comment, and the person says, how many people like this? They'll donate $1 to some weird fundraising place called Mermaids, some bullshit, right? Okay, so let's move on forward of something else. So once again, we're back with Silvervale, but this time it's a little more harsh, and honestly, it's fucked up. But let's hear what she has to say, because this shit gets crazy.
And harassment and doxing and people doxing my friends and like so much horrible, vile things, all from streaming a fucking video game.
At this point, if you're doxing her or her friends or harassing her, saying some disgusting shit, you no longer fight for trans people. You no longer fight for any human right because you have become what you have declared J.K. Rowling to be, a monster. You are the monster. You are a jackass. You are. Not Silvervale here. She's just a streamer. She's just somebody caught in the crossfires of people political bullshit on Twitter. Twitter does not exist. Dave Chappelle said it. Everyone knows. Twitter's a platform. You know what exists? Instagram, YouTube, shit, somehow Facebook exists, and TikTok. People's opinions on this situation. TikTok is riddled with everybody saying what isn't and what is. From a black man who knows a lot of people, who knows a lot of people, who know a lot of trans people, y'all motherfuckers is bugging. To an extent of disrespect. You talk about hating trans people, or she hates and she's a disgusting person, but then look at you. You're out there doxing her friends, harassing and saying vile, disgusting things because you're a pussy. You don't care about trans people. You act like you do. To simply put it, you're a fuck up. And this is why you being a fuck up means so much, because now the communities out there who just play games, you ruin it for anyone who is a supporter of trans people. You put the stain and disgust of someone who believes in trans rights, but then you destroy it by attacking them because they want to play a fucking video game. Real trans people go out there in the real world fighting for what they believe in, they don't give a fuck about this game because they see it as what it is. It's a video game with Harry Potter's name on it somehow, or Hogwarts on it. It got nothing to do with me, it got nothing to do with JK, but that's all it is. But people will say, but that money goes to hurting trans people. How? Show me proof. Show me where. Show me what you're talking about. I want to know. I want to know. I want to know. Just like Tarzan, bitch, I want to know. Because if you don't pull out the receipts of how this hurt somebody, you are hurting someone. You're attacking them. You're harassing them. You are threatening friends and family. You are out there destroying this person's life just because of a video game. You're an idiot.
It's just insane. Like, hate breeds hate and it doesn't help anyone. And I don't know, I got to the point where I was sick of seeing hatred all over and guilt tripping on random art tweets. It's literally like they gang up on so many random tweets about Valentine's Day or art or automated posts like they wanna post so much negativity everywhere, and I just got sick of it, so I block people because I just wanted breathing room.
And that's respectable because you're getting destroyed and hit on a bunch of sides. That's not fair because these people are just being dickheads. Now we move forward to Clownfish TV, where they talk about this even in depth. This is a long ass video. Stay tuned. And if you are still plugged in, make sure to like, subscribe, comment, hit the bell icon below. It's your boy Fat Man. This is gonna be a long video. I'm sorry. Now we're fucking with Clownfish TV. If you haven't seen their content, I think I did one video with Neon and Geeky Sparkles. Shouts to them. They're awesome creators. They're all about animation. They're all about comics. They're they're the best. They're the best. I even have one of their pins. Shout out to you guys. Let's watch this video because it goes into the breakdown.
Hello and welcome back to Clownfish TV. I am Geeky Sparkles, and I am here with you today by myself.
Oops.
Because Neon is not available right now. So we're going to talk.
This is the first time I've seen Geeky do a solo video, right? I like it when they do solo videos, but usually it's Neon. Neon is always doing a solo video. It's never Geeky by herself, which is pretty awesome. Oh my God. Shit, one day the kids are going to do a solo video like, hey, we're taking over our parents' spots because they're both sick. Imagine that. The kids start doing a video. Oh, it's going to be wild.
Talk about a situation that has arisen where a Twitch streamer has faced harassment to the place they put a Twitter video up, pretty much sobbing about the crap they've gotten over a misunderstanding that some of these activists have had with them.
Honey, we can't call these people activists. They're fakeavists. They're just clout chasing off of what they feel like, oh, this isn't right. And they're not activists, honey. They're not activists. They're fake activists. They're just whiny little preachy bitches who are out here trying to say this person is wrong and blah, blah, blah. Like, get the fuck out of here.
I'm streaming Hogwarts Legacy and on the platform that they were streaming it on. I'm going to try to be good. This is my second take because the first one I was so angry. We'll just leave it at that. I was really angry and I'm still going to be angry, but I'm going to try to be a little bit less angry in this one. So you might want to turn your volume down just in case I slip and start getting angry and loud, which is a total possibility when it comes to me.
Miss Geeky Sparkles here, she is a fucking rage. They used to have rage moments back in the day, and she probably will rage. I used to love when Neon put the rage, Geeky going rage mode. It's the best. She can, just like, if you ever watch Vox Machina, she rages like Kronk or Krog. She rages just like him, almost not even having to say it. But she's also a mom. Like, she's a parent. She's also still has her mom around. She also understands, as a woman point of view, being attacked like this, and she's been harassed multiple times. People who didn't like Shira, the Shira squad attacked Geeky, so she knows about this type of stuff. But also, it's very discerning over a video game, like a cartoon or a video game, and you get a lot of harassment like this. You're kind of wondering what the mindset of this moron is. You know what I'm saying? It's just weird. But let's continue.
Before we get into it any further, please like and subscribe. Please share. Click for ring the bell for notifications. Make sure you're still subscribed because a lot of times, people subscribe and then they're somehow unsubscribed and they don't know why. We are at 294,000. We're close to 295,000. We're trying to get over 300,000. So any help would be appreciated.
So I like how they're climbing. They already got their 10,000 subscriber plaque. I feel like they're gonna reach 1 million by the end of this year or kind of like February next year. But your boy's trying to reach that 10K. So let's help your boy out too.
Okay, let's get into this because it's very upsetting. It's hard for me too when I see this kind of stuff because I'm normally a person. I'm actually a very nice person. People think I'm this horrible raging bench, and I'm really, really not. I'm actually really friendly to people. I'm really easy to get along with. I'm very nice to others. I am not a nasty person. However, when I see people be bullied or harassed unfairly, that part of me that's like, I'm very I can't stand injustice. I cannot. I just can't do it. That's the reason we have a channel, is because the injustice is off the charts, and we cannot just sit by and do nothing.
I agree. I also agree. Look, at my point in my life, I've been bullied. I've also became a bully. I've also got my comeuppance. I've also given out comeuppance. A certain point in your life, you kind of sit back, and if you see something going wrong, you want to do something, because if you're growing up a certain way, it's like what's right is right and what's wrong is wrong. And usually some people's like, well, you don't really know anything and that mind your business. I'm like, I'm black. Minding my business is perfect when we in the hood. But if something happens to me, my car gets stolen, I get robbed, fuck that. I'm going after you, nigga. I hope everything comes down, because you've interrupted my life for your bullshit. And I've learned that. I've lived in many places, and people usually go out their way to fuck themselves. I've worked in places where people will fuck themselves and then try to bring me down. And I'd be like, no, I'm trying to cover my ass. I'm trying to cover my ass, at least do my job. And I usually do my job, because that's a sensible thing. Some people else just burn themselves. And then usually the world just ends up burning itself. When you see something happening, you gotta say something. Even if you feel like you don't want to, I get it. But sometimes you might help or save somebody. Depending on the person, choose your best judgment.
I'm a Gryffindor house. That's probably part of the reason why I'm very like, ugh. So I'm trying to take
I also too am Gryffindor.
deep breaths, because I'm so angry about this. People are upset about the situation with Hogwarts Legacy. I think you could summarize everything by saying people are upset, because that's what's going on.
People are upset to the degree that it's unfair that this game came out, right? Listen, I can't talk. I didn't like The Last of Us 2, but I wasn't trying to cancel The Last of Us 2. I didn't like that they killed Joel. They killed a main character of the game, a character we started off with from the beginning. He was the main character. There's this post online that says Joel's not the main character, Ellie is. That's the dumbest thing you can say to somebody who's played millions of video games starting off with the character, especially whatever happened in Bayonetta 3 that I also heard and I personally don't give a fuck anymore about. When you start off with a character that has been implemented in a game like this, you start off with that character being the main character. Ellie was a side character or a piece to Joel's humanity that he is lost a long time ago. Losing that humanity, she's been able to bring that man back from the brink of total darkness. And she's been able to care and love again as well, because her best friend died. She has nobody. And then in Last of Us 2, you take away Joel, we're stuck with some chick we don't care about, some kid we don't care about. You're doing Last of Us 1 over again, but you're not doing it from the beginning. You're not starting us off with these characters. You're giving shit we don't care about. I hated that game because it just systematically pissed me off. Some people's like, Joel got what he deserved. No, he deserved to go out the way he was brought in. A man that lost everything, but was also a hero at the end of it, because he tried to do what was best for Ellie. Yeah. Oh, they could have saved the world, but they couldn't. There was no % chance the world was going to be saved by this little girl's death. No percentage. And then Joel seemingly killed the one doctor in the entire world that may have knew the surgery. It was corny. Then his daughter becomes a bloodthirsty monster, but doesn't pick up her father's work and say, I think if I can learn enough, I can get to a certain point in age that I can find whoever else has the same thing that girl had so we can experiment, not go for revenge. Personally, that's how I think. I hate Last of Us 2. I did. But that game is mirrored from this, right? This type of hate. I hate it because the character I liked passed, and then I can't enjoy the game. That's the only reason I was going to buy it. Spend money on the collector's edition to play with him and Ellie. Like the first game, they gave me the opportunity. But you take that away, you think I'm going to buy this? I don't want this no more. With this game, it comes with the hatred of J.K. fucking Rowling. It comes with the hatred of that she's a bad person because she said this, and this. And she said also Hermione was black, so mug blood means nigger. That's not true. That's not true at all. But people dive so deep into this person and to their art that they think they know her like the back of their hand. We don't. I don't. You don't. You don't know me. I don't know you. This is what it means to be a content creator. I don't know shit until I can analyze it from one point of view and maybe break it down to little segments. But at this point, this is a big ass 45-minute video that you might not watch, but enjoy. Hogwarts Legacy is getting backlash and people are getting attacked because of J.K. Rowling and their hatred of her personally, which I can understand if you had actual things to back up why you don't like this woman. But at that point, you should go attack her businesses because they haven't attacked anything else. They haven't attacked Universal, Lego, Nintendo, anything else. They've attacked this one video game because it's been very easy for them to attack it. It brings in not even half the money of Butterbeer, and I've tried me some Butterbeer, okay? It's pretty okay. It's not the best thing in the fucking world. It's okay. And that okayness makes it very tasty. It's almost like ginger soda or something. It's nice. I like it. But in that moment, in that exact moment, from here to then, this game has gotten so much hate. People like, if you buy it, you hate trans people. If you buy it, you are a monster and a turf. Say whatever the fuck you want. I bought the game. You can call me this, you can call me that, but you know you're fucking wrong because you just don't like JK, which means you don't like me. Which means I don't need you to like me because I don't fucking know you. You have a personal problem, a personal vendetta over a video game, and you're attacking strangers. It's not fair. This game has gotten enough backlash that I think and I believe and I understand this. It's just a game. Coming from a gamer who is at a certain age where he can say, bro, it's not a big deal, right? I've been there, right? I've said it, it's a big deal because it is a big deal because you love something. Right? And all the people who are gay, lesbian, trans, bisexual, and the LGBTQIA still love Harry fucking Potter. Some of them have bought this game. Some of them can't tell their friends they bought this game because they have so much disdain and hatred for J.K. Rowling. Why? The game has made over 1 million sales on Steam, and it's climbing the charts, and it's recently got its first update. After all this, the hatred just fuels in you people. It's like a disgusting virus. Honestly, this game does nothing to nobody. But the fact that people have played it, a girl has cried on stream, Asmith Gold came out saying some shit, XQC came out saying you can attack this because it's an easy target. You can't attack anything else that makes her money. And it sucks for me as a gamer to sit here and be like, well, I love video games for so long that Mega Man Mission Command X never got a sequel from Nintendo. It was my best favorite Mega Man game on the GameCube. Fuck you, Nintendo. Or Asura's Wrath never got a sequel. I wish that game got a sequel. Never got a sequel for that game, but it was fun to play, right? I don't attack gaming companies unless I'm coming at them from a point of view of logic. Hey, you guys should do this. But you're attacking this game because you believe J.K. Rowling's a turf. You believe she hates trans people. She hates gays. What she really does hate, and it's a Gundam said it, she hates men. It's a Gundam said it the best. J.K. Rowling hates men because she was abused by a man. And honestly, I'm okay with that. She hates men. She despises and hates men because she's been abused by a man. She doesn't hate trans people. She hates men. She hates me. But that centrist hate, that moment of hate is only towards one gender. She'll uplift every other single gender out there, which is women. But she will not care about men. That's her whole point. Yeah, the leading character of her books is a boy, but that's when she was at a better time in her life. This game is hurting people because you out there who thinks you're just, you're a fucking asshole. Let's continue. I'm sorry, Geeky. This is a long rant.
There's a lot of people who are mad about the game and about, it being Harry Potter and J.K. Rowling, who really wasn't involved with the game and all this other crap.
For real.
And they're allowed to be angry, and they're allowed to feel the way they feel. The problem isn't that. The problem is when this crosses over to the place where you think everybody else has to feel the same way as you or they're a terrible person. When there's bullying and harassment and things. And I'm so angry. I'm to the place where I'm trying not to cry. And it's not because I'm sad. It's just because I'm so angry. I'm just so angry that it's making me want to cry. And I'm trying very hard to stay as calm as possible.
Girl, you don't need to be calm. I need to be mad because it's a forced moment, right? You're attacking people over a video game. Boy, that sounds crazy. Boy, that sounds stupid. Boy, that sounds like the dumbest thing in the world you could do. It's a video game. And if this game ain't hurting you, why are you trying to hurt other people that are just trying to play it? I feel like at this point, there's a lot of shit out there that is painful, but this is the worst of them, because some people just are fueled of this disgusting hatred.
On this video, and it's very, very hard. But we have these groups, and they're a very small group, who are going around and they're targeting and harassing other people for playing the game they don't like. And look, if you have the right to not play it, you have the right to feel how you want, you have the right to vote with your wallet. I mean, I encourage people to vote with their wallets. You have that right. You do not have the right to go around and harass other people and to, threaten them and dox them and, drive them to tears in a video, especially when it's somebody who from my understanding, usually fosters a very positive environment when they do these Twitch videos and things. It's just disheartening, and quite frankly, it's bullshit.
I feel that you want to vote with your wallet. Voting with your wallet is hard in these times. That takes you, an individual, to look up everything that Nestle has done, Hershey, Apple, what is it? Pure Life is Pure Life is owned by what? Nestle? Let me see. It says in the back of the packaging. Whatever Pure Life water is made from. You have to go Poland Springs water. You have to go out your way to find out what Kellogg's has done. You have to go out your way to find out what companies have done personally. Every single company out there, from America to Germany to China to Japan to Russia, you have to find out what all these companies have done. And you have to research their products from the moment in conception to up until now. Chef Boyardee, everything. You have to really do that research personally to see if they're all terrible and bad. Where does all my fruit come from? Where does all this come from? What does this do? What is that? My technology. Am I using this? Has this been child labor? Think about it. You have to really think with your wallet nowadays. Personally, I don't have time for that. I don't have time to go through hoops and bounds. If I need something now, I'm grabbing it. If I don't need it, I don't need it. If I can find it somewhere cheaper, I've bought it from a 4/5 party. Macari is the best place to buy something. Go to Macari, use my link. I'm playing. But it's the best place to buy something that someone else has used. So I got this microphone.
It's bullshit. And sadly, what I'm seeing, and a trend I've been seeing, because I've been on the receiving end of this for a long time, is that the people who are demanding that you show respect, the people that are demanding that you show acceptance, the people that are demanding that, you accept everything they say and you do what they say, are usually the most toxic, vile, bullying pieces of garbage I've ever seen.
Yes, girl. Yes, these people are full of shit. They're exactly what they preach about, but they don't understand. They become the literal monster that they think they're fighting, but they are hypocrites. All of them.
They will harass people for not doing art the way they want, and they'll tell people to kill themselves, and they'll send threats.
That's always been the thing online. Kill yourself. Oh, you should die. That's been the thing online for years. And the government, the FBI, they can't control that shit. They can't control that shit. That's been the shit for years. Kill yourself. Murder yourself. You're evil. You should die. Jump off a roof. They've done these tactics to people online for years. And for what? Personally, I don't care about nobody. I don't care about a lot of shit. If I talk shit to somebody, it might be in your motherfucking face. I might call you an asshole in front of your face. There's people out there I don't like. There's people out there I don't fuck with. I just automatically, in the cosplay world, in the art world, there's people out there I despise. Even in the voice acting community, Sean Schemmel, Sonny Strait, all these niggas who left Vic Mignogna to die, fuck them guys. Because they're all assholes. You know what I'm saying? Some of them don't even know what the fuck was going on. They just took sides because it was nice, right? I don't like those guys. I don't like them. Now, do I hate them? No. I despise your morality because you had no morals when shit went down. People out there who are attacking someone for playing a game, their morality has been kind of warped because they've entered echo chambers and they've automatically stood in those echo chambers and they've screamed and everyone else has screamed and they've taken that screaming echo chamber banshee energy and they've pushed it onto the internet. Like, people are going to change their minds because you're yelling.
And they'll do everything they can to undermine people, to try to, if you search that person, they're trying to bring up these things. Oh, they're racist, they're a terrible person, they're transphobic, whatever. They're trying very, very hard to discredit that person. They call them Nazis for no reason, to the place where we've made the word mean nothing.
They've said Nazis to a lot of shit, and honestly, it's useless.
They are just vile, shitty human beings. And some of them, I get they're hurting inside, so they're taking it out on everybody else. And I don't like seeing people being in pain. I really, truly don't. But you being in pain doesn't give you a right to do the things that you do. If you want to make change, you go out into the real world. You don't sit behind your keyboard and you hide wherever you're hiding and telling people, you need to kill yourself, or whatever. You need to get your ass out there and actually try to make change in the real world. But you don't want to do that because you want to sit there and talk all this shit when you're hiding behind a keyboard and no one can see you. But you sure as hell won't do it when they're in your face or in.
That's the true fact of what it is. You want to talk that shit, but you don't want to act on it, right? What's the old saying? Actions speak louder than words. And if your words have no power, your actions definitely don't have any weight. But if your actions are holding you back, you're just going to use your words because you don't have any real action, right? That's is what it is, right? And when it comes to J.K. Rowling things, what's the word? Sticks and stones would break my bones, but words would never hurt me. She's only said some words, but they've hurt a lot of people. It's crazy.
When you're face to face with these people. Because at the end of the day, a lot of you are just fucking cowards. Anyway, this person, a Silvervale person, apparently received a lot of harassment because they were streaming Hogwarts Legacy. And while they were streaming Hogwarts Legacy, I guess people were putting the word like trans, and they were just putting that in the chat. Like, they do this. They did it with She-Ra. When you watch the She-Ra thing and you go to the Rotten Tomatoes or the different places they were talking about it, people would just put 5 stars, lesbians, and things like that, which is stupid. And that means you didn't even watch it.
They didn't watch it. They're just like lesbians. Boom.
Show you're just giving it 5 stars because of diversity and inclusion points. An agenda. And I guess
agenda. Dun, dun, dun. Agenda. Dun, dun. I'm gonna put the agenda from the snake guys in here.
It's like that. And there was a filter on their Twitch stream that kicked it out because it could be, could potentially be harmful. Because the things are being kicked out, people then decided that this person must be deliberately censoring them and being against them for hiding the word, even though they didn't know about it. And they went to Twitter and started saying vile, vile, vile things, which is why Neon keeps saying we need to start suing people more. Okay. And
I agree with that. Somebody came out and apologized to J.K. Rowling about calling her a transphobic person. And it's probably because that had consequences behind it. It's something very icy when you come out and you say it across the internet that J.K. Rowling hates trans people. But in itself, you have to think about it. What are your actions for saying these words? What are your actions for doing this? What type of repercussions are there for you over the internet? And if you come out and apologize, why are you apologizing? Because you finally face some type of repercussions for these actions, right? And if there is a repercussion for you, what has happened? Because she ain't lose nothing. You just probably lost some fucking dignity and respect from people around you by overreacting and being a jackass. Just saying. What the fuck?
I necessarily agree with him. I think sometimes there's things you can't really sue for. But I get the thought process. It's like something needs to be done to stop this because that's what these people do, and it's harming others, and it's not cool. And then they're going on ruining people's careers because they don't like a comment they made or a game they play, or they don't like them because they don't like a cartoon they like or something like that. And I get where he's coming from. I just don't know if suing everybody all the time is the right answer.
You can't sue everybody all the time. It's a sue happy doesn't do anything for you. But the only people that are sue happy, you get into an accident, hospitals, people in hospitals are sue fucking happy. Somebody's always waiting to find out, oh, this person died of unwrongful this and that. I gotta sue. You guys didn't do enough, blah, blah, blah. there's reasons to sue a hospital, and there's reasons that are wrong and stupid, but the hospital people tried their best. There's reasons to sue a bus on campus hitting you, and now you're suing because you had the right of way and the bus didn't. There's reasons for suing. Just suing for no reason. I agree with Neon. People need to learn that there's consequences towards their actions, but it's kind of like the cancel culture. Everybody tries to cancel everything at once. Nothing really makes sense on why we're canceling this. Look at James Gunn. Some tweets just came up of him saying some terrible jokes, but he still kept his job. He's still working in Hollywood. Now he's with DC, about to make more money and more movies. That didn't work out for people. Like, he's supposed to be gone. Chris Pratt, he's supposed to be gone. No, Twitter's not a real fucking place. People can say what the fuck they want to say without any literal repercussions until, well, it comes back to bite that said person in the ass. And then they do get some repercussions. Somebody pulls up their old tweets and shows that to their employers. That looks bad. You know what I'm saying? So I agree with Neon only to an extent of, if the person walks up to your front door thinking that they're big shits and tries to attack you, yeah, you definitely suing. But saying some stuff online has to be very, like, if they start to dox you, you can find that person easily, because that's when it just turns south real fucking fast.
Anyway, I'm trying very hard to stay calm because I really just want to start screaming and calling people names right now. So here is the story.
Please don't do it.
One of the places we found it. And they're saying that fellow streamers were harassed and abused for streaming the game. Silvervale decided to implement Twitch's, because she saw that people were being harassed. So she put the auto mod on to try to prevent that, okay? So then people went over to Twitter and started causing a storm over there on Twitter. So what she said was basically the level 2 mod just kicked the stuff out. This is true. I can tell you for a fact this is true, because I know in our videos there's often times where there are comments that we don't see. If they have certain words in them, they're automatically sent to a folder or wherever they're sent, because they're considered, toxic or abusive or whatever.
I do the same thing. I think YouTube has like suggestive words that you can block, ban, or stop, so those words don't get to you. I have that in my YouTube like comments. I can customize my comments not to have this word, or that word. So I think she probably had a level 2 moderator just kind of like change it up and like, hey, whatever comes through, like, can you ban it? That's anything fucking crazy. And the person probably did. They just filtered it out, and they probably filter out trans and any other hate word that was gonna end with that, because it wasn't gonna, like I said, it wasn't gonna end with trans this. It was gonna end with you're a transphobic person. It's always gonna be like that. So yeah.
And we might not ever see them. Or if we do see them, we don't check it very often. So we don't, we could click on it manually and say, yes, post it. But a lot of times we don't even check it, to be honest. We do streams on, we do ours on YouTube. When we do streams, I know there's times where usually the chat is going by so fast and we don't have a mod. So we usually can't do anything about it. People will post things and they'll be held for review because they, and sometimes it's something simple like boobies or something like sometimes there's words in there. I'm just like, why are you holding that for review?
I'm sorry, it's funny.
But they do. So apparently on Twitch, when you have a level 2 review, words trans and gay by themselves fall under that moderation filter. So they just block them out. People have complained to us before, like, why did you not post my comment? And it's like, or why did you delete my comment? And it's not even us. It's just YouTube filters it out. We hadn't even seen the comment.
That means they've already filtered it. Like, I've filtered my comments at a certain point, and I don't see certain things until like I check spam folder, or I check this, or I check that. I usually don't even, I don't even get comments on most of my stuff, so it is what it is. They're just like, oh, we don't even check those comment sides, because they probably set it up a long time ago and just left it for like, oh, we're just gonna filter out the crazy shit that comes our way, which I believe Neon and Geeky get a lot of weird shit.
And there's a reason why people don't read comments when it comes to this kind of shit. So, it's getting pretty bad, and this person was very upset. I'm not going to play their comment. It's on Twitter. Very upset. They're sobbing. You can even see like through the comments here, people are very, very, it seems like a very nice place where they're trying very hard to be accepting of others. They said that I've received so many death threats and harassments and doxing, people doxing my friends. and like so much horrible, vile things for streaming a fucking video game.
For real.
Again, if you don't want to play the game, you don't have to play the game. No one's making you play the game. If other people want to play the game, it's their right to play the game. These are people you interact with normally, why do you care if they play the game? Is it going to change anything? No, the only thing is normally, why do you care if they play the game? Is it going to change anything? No, the only thing that's changing by you behaving like that is you're making people more leery of you. And a lot of times people that are doing the most damage, they're out there screaming the most, that are out there behind this kind of behavior, usually don't even identify in the way they're like allies. They're not even the people that they're supposedly protecting.
True. True. The people out there aren't an ally. They're just attackers. They're just monsters. They're the same thing that they think they're fighting for. I'm fighting for trans rights. Are you? You just call me a transphobic bigot that should fucking die in the woods or get raped or murdered. The fuck is wrong with you? You're transphobic. That's basically you. Like the fucking weirdos out there.
And all it's doing is causing more division and more harm. And what's happening is there are a lot of people who do identify that way, who you do not speak for, who want to play Hogwarts Legacy. Exactly. And they're afraid. They're hiding that they have it because they're afraid that their friends are going to harass them. It's like, they're not your friends then. Find better friends. These people are not your friends.
Yes. Do find better friends. If other people are treating you like shit, or if you feel like your friends are going to harass you, make fun of you, they're not your friends. They're just people you associate yourself with, and those are associates, and you remove yourself from those people because they will systematically try to bring you down because they are the spineless, gutless bastards.
Real friends would understand that it's your choice to play the game. You didn't feel that you thought it was blown up proportion. You didn't feel that it was something you should boycott. And considering how you're the one that identifies that way, they should fucking step off. Okay? This comes to the place where we have, articles on how to hide your Hogwarts Legacy achievements or how to hide that you're playing the game because people are so toxic about this game, and they had websites dedicated to who was streaming it where, so you knew who to harass.
They did. They had a website up. I'll probably talk about this in a later video, maybe after this, but they had a website up saying that you can type in someone's name and harass them or attack them for playing Hogwarts Legacy. It was fucking vile. It's gonna be over here. It was nasty. It was weird. It was the most disturbing thing I could ever think of because it's a fucking video game. You don't like J.K. Rowling, like I said, go handle your business somewhere else. Universal Studios, Nintendo, Lego, go to Barnes and Nobles and boycott the books. Like, the fuck is wrong with you? It's a game that you're trying to attack and you can't. So you attack the people, and even then you just look like a fucking idiot. Making a website to harass people. Literally use the word harassment. There's the only person hurting anybody is talk about, oh, this hurts trans people. You're hurting regular people, you fucking dick. Trans people are regular people, but you're hurting people in general.
Which is targeted harassment. They took it down, but they were literally trying to get people targeted harassment on people. And they go for people they know they can get to the most. The people that will cry, the people that, are, you tell are nice people. They think that they have power over. Because these people who demand respect, who demand, to be seen, who demand that you do what they say and respect them, have no respect for you.
True.
And we see it all the time. The people that were screaming about us covering things, me not liking She-Ra, for example, got so much horrible messages from that. We'll talk about that in a minute because it comes up in this article. There was a place that they had a rape poll about me, about would you rape her and make her cuck husband watch?
What the fuck? What? This is the first time I think I'm hearing about this on the video because I watch them all the time, and I don't know if she mentioned this before, but this is OD crazy shit to hear out loud. And it's the internet, my guy. Like, the fuck is wrong with you people? Would you rape her and then let her cuck husband watch? Are y'all niggas monsters? Well, you must be, because you got a couple screws loose because you're attacking people over She-Ra, a cartoon. Pathetic. The fuck is this, man? I've been on the internet too long.
These are the people, right? I don't even use the term. I'm only quoting what they said. I don't even use those terminology. They were using it. And then they're like going on about how they're offended. You're not siding with me. You're a terrible, shitty person. These are the people who, when you don't like a movie or TV show, you're automatically a Nazi or you're a racist, misogynist, whatever, because
you're a bigot. You are a bigot, Nazi. The fuck is wrong with people, man?
They have to make you, since they can't see you and you're just a voice they hear, or they're just, you're not somebody they're going to meet in person. They're behind a keyboard. They have to make you something you're not so that they feel better about themselves. And it's a them problem. All these people are terrible, horrible bullies, and they must have no control in their life or feel like they don't, that they feel they have to go around and harass everybody else because they get some kind of power from it. They get some kind of, adrenaline rush or dopamine hit from being absolutely horrible shitlords to somebody else.
These people are systematically the thing they hate the worst or the most, right? They are the monsters. They're the things that bump in the night to an extent where they don't understand the hatred and rage, but they channel it and they push it onto others. They become the hatred. They become the rage. They become the monsters. And they never understand that until they get older. And even then, they're like, I was always right. Sometimes I'm wrong. Everybody calls me on being wrong. And sometimes I'm right about things, but I didn't execute how I said it. And that's on me. But I feel like I was right about something. Have I fucking learned? No. But I'm trying to look at what my faults were, which is an everyday struggle for a person. You got to look at wherever you fucked up, how you fucked up. But at the same time, I can't go in echo chambers and listening to stupid ass conspiracies and being like, oh, you're right. I'd be like, well, I challenged that. Which things have to be fucking challenged sometimes. Just is what it is. Shit has to be challenged. And I'm honestly that guy to do it. But when it's a conversation like this, these people are dickheads. They take their problems that they have and they reflect it onto everyone else, and they believe that people should share the same views and ideas. If I don't share the same thing you do, why is that? Because I have a fucking brain and I can think for myself. Yes, you feel this way, which is understandable and respectful. I think this way, suck 'em a dick. It should be just like that. But it's never let bygones be bygones, or let it be, or let's just come to an impasse because we can't agree. Agree to disagree doesn't exist anymore. It's if you don't agree with me, you're a monster. And at that point, I feel that our society has not taught people how to disagree. Our society has not taught people how to agree on some things. And these people out there on the internet have now projected themselves to be the almighty. If you don't agree with me at all, well, you're just a bad person. No, you're a fuckhead.
To try to make themselves feel like they've done something. But what you're doing is the opposite of what you're claiming you want to do. So we're going to go to this other article. This person who's talking about all the threats she has gotten from all this. And she's talking down here about, here's some of the Discord screenshots that she posted addressing the controversy. Thank you for asking here instead of dogpiling random tweets. It's not the word trans by itself is held by Automod Review. It's Twitch default auto-mod behavior. I haven't banned any words in chat other than the ones used only for harassment. I don't know where people are getting these ideas about me, but it's really hurtful. I'll address it formally when I feel okay enough to talk to anyone. I didn't know this was Twitch auto-mod behavior because no one has randomly said only that word in chat. It's been used in sentences just fine. I've always been supportive and understanding of the LGBT community, so all of this has been a lot to deal with. As I said before, I'll address it formally, but I want this to stay a cozy place for people to relax and make friends. Okay?
That is the most respectful thing ever. She's said what she had to say. She's explained what has happened. She's gone through it and told people, hey, people have used these sentences and nothing has happened. But now somehow Automod has stopped it. That is perfectly respectable. She has explained herself to the fullest. But what has happened is people have took it and they've ran with it that she's a bad fucking person. That's fucked up. And it's not her fault. And she's explained herself. That should be 1, 2, 3, easy to understand. but some people can't because they're fucking assholes.
I'm trying very hard not to lose my shit right now. And if I sound like I'm gonna cry, it's not because I'm sad, it's because I'm so fucking pissed off. This is what happens to Geeky when she holds it in. Here's what she said about the trauma of being controlled for playing the game. Hate breeds hate. It doesn't help anyone. Agreed. And I don't know, I got to the point where I was sick of seeing hatred all over and guilt tripping on random art tweets. Yeah, I mentioned in the first take of the video I did, which I don't have here. But yes, we've seen this kind of behavior, the attacking behavior, the doxing, the trolling, the harassment. When people just like don't color a character the way I think they should. You know, I see characters all the time that people redraw as a different ethnicity than they usually are, especially if they're like a light-skinned character and they draw them in darker skin. Don't care. A lot of times they're really cute. I'm like, that's their choice. It's their art. It's their interpretation. It's not a big deal. But so to help me God, if you draw a character they think should be a certain shade of, brown, and you draw it like a slightly lighter shade, they will descend upon you, and it's ridiculous. And I've seen them go after people like that Japanese artists drawing a character that's a character from their own culture, or a character that's their own character, and they lose their shit over it because it isn't the way they think they should draw it.
Those people are fucking stupid. It's art. Right, and I made videos about this, talking about like people can draw what the fuck they want to draw. Just understand that you're gonna get this type of hate. Should you expect it? Is it fair? No, but at the same time, it's just off the cuff how it is, and that's the internet. People have too many opinions, and they're starting to sniff their own farts.
It's like for the people who are so obsessed with cultural appropriation, you sure as hell want to culturally appropriate everyone else. It's crap. They're talking about like some of the different bigoted, hate-filled comments, and then they're talking about
Geeky cooking, y'all. She roasting you like a hot pepper on a Sunday morning. Sizzle.
Another thing about how much they got comments that were like threatening and very hateful, and I have been there. I understand. And a lot of times there was something stupid. Like I got horrible comments over not liking stupid She-Ra, not liking the show. I got told I was a bad mother before the show ever came out because I said I didn't like the character design. Okay.
The fuck?
I have gotten told to kill myself. I have been told my kids should kill themselves.
That's OD. Number one, don't attack kids like that. You're a fucking asshole. People calling someone a bad mom, you're also a fucking asshole. Calm down. But then you tell kids to murder themselves? Thank God her kids aren't on fucking Twitter.
I have been told all kinds of stuff. We actually have files full of stuff from people about the things they said about us or to us. There have been boards and threads dedicated to lying about us. Who, like I said, there was a rape poll about who would rape me. Same group also posted pictures of our children and then sat there and proceeded to make fun of them, mock them, that kind of stuff.
Y'all niggas is monsters. The fuck? It's just cartoons, and this is how people take it. This in Hogwarts Legacy and not liking She-Ra is why I say the internet sometimes needs to be taken away from people, and other people need to feel the pressure of the actions. Now I know why Neon is like, I want to sue these motherfuckers. I want to attack these niggas. Like, I want them to pay because now you attacking my children. As a man, if I ever have kids and someone's directly trying to fuck with my kids, I'd be like, yo, listen, suck my dick. If you ain't going to do nothing to me, you can suck my dick because my kid will never see this. But you was a fucking asshole. And her kids will probably never see that because she won't ever tell them that. Because her kids will probably build up their self-esteem in their minds differently because their parents are caring, understanding, thoughtful. But there's people out there that are like, oh, your mom didn't like She-Ra. And the son will be like, okay, it's a cartoon. And you like it because it's a cartoon, and move on. Move on with your fucking life. I automatically, that's fucking disgusting. These are kids. And you're attacking her children. Like, it's worse than Hogwarts Legacy. Almost 10 times worse, but at the same time, people have been making streamers cry. Like, motherfuckers is pussy.
Now, it hasn't gotten as bad as like that Umbrella guy where, they tried to call CPS or CYS or whatever on them and all that. But they do whatever they can to threaten you. People that are, they're like talking about, it's a threat to these people. You play in that game, it's literally killing people. Are the same people literally telling people to kill themselves because they don't like the way they colored a Pokemon character.
For real. Oh, this is killing people. But you're threatening and trying and talking about raping and destroying people's lives, and I'm killing people? Hypocrite!
I mean, I can't even rationalize it. Like, I can't even wrap my head around it. They're yelling and screaming about how, by you playing this game, it's killing trans people. Why they simultaneously tell people, and some of them will be trans because they want to play the game, how they should go fucking kill themselves for playing this game. I just, there's no logic here at all. It's just threats and bullying, and they're trying to rule by fear. The problem with ruling by fear is it never works out very well.
Definitely.
It doesn't. And the only reason we do what we do on our channel, and the reason we have a channel, is because of this bullshit. We call out this bullshit when we see it. If I see people being bullied and harassed, I'm going to say something. And I would argue it's the same thing on the other side. If you see people who don't want to play Hogwarts Legacy, but they're not actually out there, actively trying to harm people, and they're just saying, hey, I don't want to play it because I think it harms trans people, that's their right to say that. They're not.
It is your right to say that. And at the same time, if you feel like, oh, I don't like the game because I feel like it harms trans people, cool, move on. And if you still feel that way, fine. But the game hasn't hurt nobody that I've seen. A friend of mine knows somebody that's trans and hasn't hurt them. It's just, the game is a game. The show is a show. It shouldn't get to this point of badgering, arguing, attacking, disrespecting, threatening, doxing. Nothing should get to this point unless the person on the other side is actually doing the same thing to you. Then it's an argument and a one-on-one fight that should be handled. But other than that, a game and a show, it should never get this far. It should never get to this level. It should never be up here to the fucking ceiling. It should never be that way. Like, am I blind? Am I stupid? I am blind right now, but still.
Not harming anyone, they're not threatening anyone. If they're not doing anything wrong, you don't get to go threaten them for not playing the game. I would argue it's the same on both sides, except I'm going to say it's these people, these far extreme activist types that are taking it far, far, far further than anybody else is taking it. She said, it's literally they gang up on so many different tweets about Valentine's Day or art or automated posts. Like, they want to post so much negativity everywhere. And I just got sick of it, so I block people. It's just it. For people that are so much going on about how you have to behave a certain way, you have to accept people. They are the most unaccepting, negative, disturbing, bullying asshats I've ever seen in my life. And if you go to Twitter especially, like Gina Carano, for example, when they told her to put pronouns in her bio and she said no, she understands why. She respects why. She, is completely on their side about, anti-bullying, but she wasn't going to put pronouns in her bio because she didn't feel comfortable doing that.
Gina Carano got destroyed and attacked because she made a post online that said, it was more of a political post. Nowadays, their political views are treated kind of like how back in the days, the media used Jewish people and attack them through the media. Jewish people were attacked through the media in Germany, through newspapers, posters, articles, signs. Like, if there's a Jewish person, snitch them out, you get some money. It was propaganda back in the days. Hitler and the Jewish people and the German people were used to that point to snitch out Jewish people. Is what it was. Like, if I was Jewish, my next door neighbor was German guy, and down the block was another Jewish, another German person. Like, these were their neighbors, their friends, and eventually they turned against them. Hate infected them like a bug. And Gina Carano just mentioned, like, look, nowadays somebody's political thought can be seen as the wrong thing, and the media and everything else will turn against you, and it feels like you have hate, a target of hate on your back. And this is how the Jews went out, like, just with hatred, and somebody else hating them because of what the media has told them. I get it. It was people was like, oh, it's a bad look. I'm like, yeah, but she's not saying it to be bad. She's only making a comparison. It's a stretch of a comparison, but the comparison is compared through hate in the media. And the same thing is said because there's two comparisons. There's hate, there's a media, and there's how you perceive that hate through the media and how you perceive that person, right? Do you see them as somebody that has different political views as you? Do you care? Or do you see them as someone that's a fucking idiot monster that needs to get their ass beat because they voted for Donald fucking Trump or Hillary Clinton? Honestly, I don't give a fuck who you voted for, because if you believe in everything Donald Trump said, it's all the crazy shit that he said when he came out, then you're an idiot. You need to look at that subjectively. If you believe Black Lives Matter was a scam, I think you bugging, because there was a reason why Black Lives Matter came out, because fucking 3 black people died all fucking last year, a whole entire year. So you can't sit there and say this is not what happened. There's a causality. There's a cause for all these things, and you can't sit there and say there's not a cause. There's not a beginning and an end. There's not a reason something will pop off. And honestly, that's why she got banned, because she was only relating two things similar with hate in the media and your political view and how you think. That's why Gina Carano got so much fucking hate. And personally, I didn't care for that, but I talked about it, but kind of the video got fucked up and it was long bullshit. But I hear what Geeky is saying. It's kind of the same fucking thought. And then she got her job taken away. And people's like, oh, put pronouns in your bios. And she put beep, bop, boop. Like, I'm a robot. I'm doing what you say, which I thought was kind of funny. But it was also didn't seem funny because the way she was doing it seemed fucked up to other people, which isn't fair. It's like, oh, you can't do that. It's like, she can do what she wants. It's her platform. She doesn't have to do pronouns in her bio, but a lot of people were making her feel like you have to because you want to show solidarity. I'm like, I think she can stand next to you and talk and just be there. I don't think she has to show complete solidarity by changing pronouns, because as a woman she may not want to. She's like, I'm a woman, I don't want to put pronouns in my bio because I'm a fucking woman. I don't have a pronoun situation. Like, personally, as a dude, I feel the same way. If I could have pronoun dude, that would be awesome.
Then you saw them call her horrible names, like Zoe Saldana when she stood up for Chris Pratt because she knows him personally. People that were supposed to be, all about, oh, we're against, this, terrible things, and we're against misogyny and racism and all this crap, turned to her and called her racist names that I would never even repeat.
They were wilding on Zoe Saldana. It's because Chris Pratt, he was with a church. I don't know if it was the same church. Ellen Page attacked him for the church, and then other people attacked him because he was in that church, but Ellen Page got it wrong. It was a different church, and Chris Pratt was like, that's not the same church, and she might have never retracted what she said about said church. Zoe Saldana came to his rescue because they worked together on like a whole bunch of fucking Marvel films, so they're probably this much really tight. How that hurt. So at the same time, she came to his rescue, and other people were just the most vile, racist, disrespectful shit ever towards a black woman. And none of the black men and black women out there were trying to defend her. So I don't want to hear none of that black people need to stick together bullshit, because the internet is a bunch of suck my dick energy.
Because she didn't do what they wanted.
For real.
And the thing is, you have to stand up to people like that. Because if you don't stand up to people like that, they're just going to, it continues. It just continues and continues and continues. And I will not sit back and watch this kind of bullshit. And that's what this is. When you're driving these people to tears and like they're scared and that because they played a fucking video game that you didn't like. Meanwhile, you probably are buying products right and left that relate to companies that are doing genuinely shitty things.
We just said this. We just said this.
Killing people, taking water like Nestle and saying it's not a right, and things like that. You go to Universal, to the parks, or you do anything with Warner Brothers, you watch HBO or any of that stuff. You're technically in a roundabout way supporting these people that you hate. So you literally have to lock.
We just said this.
Yourself in a room and not consume anything, because I guarantee you, no matter what it is, it's going to be tied in some way to something you don't agree with. But that's just the way the world is. I'm sorry, but hiding behind a keyboard and telling people they should kill themselves or harassing them about things that they didn't even control, like it was a mod it was a mod bot that did it. It wasn't their fault. It's absolutely ridiculous. And I'm so much more calm on this take. The other take, it was so bad. I was swearing. And
she needs to post that on Twitter and call it Geeky Rages. She does. Should need to be crazy, bro.
Screaming. I was so mad, and I still am mad. Like my voice is like this because I'm trying very hard not to cry because I'm so angry, and I'm holding it in, which isn't a good thing for me. But I'm so angry because if I would let it out, I would not be allowed to post this video. So anyway, like and subscribe. Do not let people bully other people, but do not be a bully yourself either. I mean, like I said, if you see somebody is actively harming other people, harassing, being super toxic like these people, yes, call it out. That's what we try to do. If someone's just saying, hey, I'm not buying the game because I don't feel right buying it because I don't agree with what J.K. Rowling said, they have that right to do that. They're not actively harming others, harassing others, threatening others. You know, they're well within their rights to not buy the game. I don't agree with everything J.K. Rowling said either, but I don't also want to be called a, menstruating person. I want to be called a vulva person. I want to be called a woman. Just like trans women want to be called women. Trans men want to be called men. They don't want to be called a menstruating person. I can see why they don't want to be called that either. Just if you have to accept identifiers that other people tell you that you have to accept for them, then they have to understand and respect yours as well. And that's why I have a problem. It's the lack of respect. It's the double standard, hypocrisy, bullshit. And then they go on Twitter and yell about how other people are harassing and keeping them down when they do stuff that's far worse. It's not okay. It's unacceptable. Hypocrites. And we will not put up with it.
Hypocrites.
So anyway, like and subscribe. We'll talk to you later.
I'm sorry for the long video. This is the longest video I've made, and honestly, no one will watch this. But shout outs to Geeky Sparkle, shout outs to Clownfish. I love you guys. You're the best. And I put out some of those rage clips on Twitter, girl. You're going to get the likes. And you're going to be honest with it. I stick here as a man of honesty and too much bluntness. I'm going to play what the fuck I want. I'm going to do what the fuck I want. I'm going to say what the fuck I want. YouTube it's under new management, and this new management better connect with the YouTuber and kind of just let it be what it is. Personally, Hogwarts Legacy is not a bad game. I played it. It's beautiful. It's fun. And if you don't like it, fuck you. If you hate it, fuck you too. If you hate anything else and you're just a monster and you're just full of hate, get a fucking life, my guy, because I have one and everybody else out here has one. And you out there, as a hating individual, need to grow the fuck up. Just grow the fuck up. Because at this point in reality and in life, if you don't grow the fuck up, no one cares. Right? You want to be called an adult? Adults just kind of let things die. I argue about it. Nah, I don't give a fuck anymore. That's my life. I will argue about shit, but I will eventually, this is boring. It's been a couple of days. You're dragging it now. Shut the fuck up. And that's how it is. On Twitter, I've argued with people on Twitter, and I've said what I had to say, and a couple of days just keep going. I'm like, yo, it's like 3 days now. Like, what are you doing? I had a whole argument with Vic Mignogna, Ron Toy, or some whole bunch of Vic Mignogna haters, and the argument lasted for 3 days, bruv. 3 days. And I told him, listen, it's been 3 days. Leave it the fuck alone. Shut the fuck up. And they've been like, well, you've been in our inbox. I'm like, I somehow commented this when I was in a whole different chat section. What the fuck does it matter? And in that moment, in that reality, it was just a whole bunch of hate, a whole bunch of people hating me, hating Vic. It was nasty. But in this moment, I've learned I'm not going to argue for the sake of arguing for so long. I've said what I had to say. I was honest, is what it was. But they kept going, and they kept dragging it, and they were just bitches about it. I've learned no matter how much hate and vile shit that you want to say, honestly, you need to go somewhere with that. And what was his name? He was the weirdest one of them all. He was a fucktard. I forget his name, but he's like the biggest I hate Vic type of guy. I forgot his name. But in that transaction, in that entire thread I was in, it was because they're all just hating bitches. And they just gang up on you. They're like, well, this is what we've been feeling for years. And I'm like, I don't know what the fuck you are or why the fuck you care, but okay, fuck you. That's life. This game ain't hurt nobody. It's not hurting anyone. The people that are so-called activists are hurting people. Honestly, if you can't be nice, don't say nothing at all. If you can't be just transparently, I dislike this just because, and move the fuck on, you're an adult. That just is how it is. This is your boy Fat Man. Make sure to like, subscribe, comment, hit the bell icon to be notified. And if you like this video, let me know what you think about Hogwarts Legacy. Let me know what you think about Clownfish and the video that we just kind of did a whole reactionary convo to. Let me know in the comments below. Make sure to never give up, never surrender, and keep on running. And mad fucking love. This is your boy. Peace. And I'm out. LaGuardian Leviosa, bitch. I'm going to leave it off with an etiquette quote.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I forgot there's some bitch niggas in here.
Shit.
Getting on drum.
This is the last time.
You little niggas gonna stop acting like my shit ain't the grill.
This is the last
Some of you niggas get your front teeth for grills.
And I ain't talking about the contract. I ain't loving these fake hoes. Room smelling like 8 switches. Room service like 2K. NBA, I'm ballin', nigga. All the niggas fallin' like autumn, nigga. Talking shit, I saw them niggas. Now they daughter want a picture. Rough, ain't it? Fuck famous. Yeah, niggas too real, got the most haters. Wrote a story, so Stephen Curry. How it feel to be golden.